So should Tshwane Mayor Randall Williams step aside as mayor pending an investigation by the Speaker related to the controversial Kratos power proposal? Well, a report on the 26 billion rand unsolicited power proposal in Tshwane has found that Mayor Randall Williams is innocent of corruption, but he may have breached the councillors' code of conduct and will now face an investigation by the Tshwane Speaker. Newzroom Afrika has been speaking to coalition partners this hour as we try to get a sense of which way the winds are blowing in the capital. Let's bring in our reporter now, Govan Whittles. And Govan, this does not seem like, or in fact it is, a divisive issue. What does ActionSA say?
Well, we'll get their view in just a moment. Should be noted that the outcomes of the Kratos report, the controversial 26 billion rand unsolicited bid power proposal, has in many ways may have led to Randall Williams, the mayor of Tshwane, being safe in his position with regards to the finding that there were no breaches of the MFMA. But the real question is, what are the implications around the recommendations that he has a case to answer on the possible breach of the councillors' code of conduct? Joining me is ActionSA's Gauteng leader, Bongani Baloyi, to get ActionSA's view on this matter. So, what do you make of the outcomes of the Kratos report and the meeting after the Coalition's Oversight Committee yesterday?
Look, I think we met over the weekend to consider the outcome and from the legal opinion, which we differ with in some respect, but we accept. Because what the legal opinion did, they only evaluated that one council item which was sent and not the start of the process from 2015. So part of the recommendation is that the mayor will refer himself to the Speaker for a process to clarify that, and will also send an official complaint, ensuring that the council process looks at from 2015 when the matter arose to at the point where we intervened in council. And I believe from there we'll get a different perspective. So it did confirm, though, the investigation that in as much as he might not have been alleged to have circumvented the MFMA and thus resulting in corruption, but there is a breach of the code of conduct of councillors and equally the delegations of council. And those two parts are very specific to a process, and had it been looked at from 2015, we would be here saying there's a different outcome.
The mayor told the Oversight Committee that he also wants to make representations on whether or not he breached the councillors' code of conduct, but what's clear is that he'll face an investigation by the Speaker in Tshwane. He's working with the Speaker while the mayor, and the question is whether he should step aside or resign from his position while this is ongoing. What's your position?
Look, I think council will at best advise, because naturally in such a process, this investigation touches on some of the witnesses who the mayor works with in the administration, and the Speaker and council must satisfy itself how it can protect the integrity of the process without the mayor being seen to be undue influencing the process. But that's a matter that the multi-party caucus and the Speaker must clarify in the council. For our side, we are just content to refer to them and for them to apply their minds.
When will you make this complaint, and what kind of consideration are you expecting?
Look, we will, by the end of the week, would have served the complaint to the Speaker, and we expect the Speaker to embark on a process involving the Ethics Committee to apply their minds on the process. We expect the Speaker and the committee to look at from 2015 when the matter arose, because the recording that is all famous, that we all know and heard, is quite specific. And when you look at that recording and everything happening, and some documents that purport to be coming from the Bid Adjudication Committee, whilst they have been written in the Mayor's office, are problematic. So I think there's still a process to ventilate all of these, and we're quite comfortable with the matter in council that it will explore all of these avenues and give us an outcome.
When ActionSA held the briefing immediately after the revelations of the unsolicited bid came out, it specifically said they don't have a DA problem, they have a Randall Williams problem. Have you changed that position, or do you maintain the position now that he shouldn't be the mayor?
Look, I think we're still embarking on a process. It's a next step, that's a logical step of now engaging in a council process. And a council process will be the final step. So only at the end of those processes we are able to say whether we firmly believe our position was wrong or we have been vindicated, our position has always been right.
Finally then, is the situation in Tshwane still stable? Do you believe that the coalition is under threat in any way?
At this point, the coalition is relatively stable.
Thank you so much. That's Bongani Baloyi. He's the chairperson of ActionSA in Gauteng, Tembikile. Well, you heard it there, not preempting the council process, but still holding strong views on the conduct of Randall Williams as the mayor of Tshwane. We'll get some more views from the coalition's oversight chairperson, who weighed into Newzroom Afrika on the contents of that meeting and their position regarding the continued occupation of Randall Williams as the mayor of Tshwane while this investigation by the Speaker happens. It's back to you for now.
Govan Whittles, thank you very much for that update from Tshwane.